Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. And before we move forward, let's cue that intro. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are all well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Please, before we move forward, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get it up to 50 likes, guys. Share on all your socials. Let's try and build up the audience, get everyone involved as well. What mad news, hey? I was literally setting up to go live with you guys about Lukaku, which we're going to talk about. Lukaku news, where we stand with that, my thoughts on it. I'm going to also open up the lines like I always do, get involved. And then we had this Messi drama that Fabrizio announces, that Messi is leaving Barcelona. Now, we're going to have a bit of fun with this today because we're going to talk about it. We're going to give our views about it. We're going to talk about where we think he could possibly go. And if it is Chelsea, would he fit in to our team as well? We're also going to talk about Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham potentially going out the door. I want to talk about his options. Atlanta is obviously something that's come out the woodworks due to Zapata maybe going into Milan. It's also been talked about the Arsenals and some other teams linked with him as well. But we will be talking Messi, Lukaku, and Tammy. But before we move forward, like I keep saying, let's get to 50 likes. Let's smash that like button. There's 25 of you here right now. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I think we're about 200, just under 200, 190 followers away from hitting the 2K mark. The 2K mark sets another giveaway for you guys, which you can get involved in over on the giveaway page, on the Instagram page, GNA TV official. Write it on Instagram if you've got it, and add us on there so that you don't miss out on these opportunities. Before we move forward, I'm going to go through some of the chats. Big up to Jamsey, says, let's get Messi. Look, Messi is already calling out already. The link will be in the chat. Pulisic is the best. Link will be in the chat soon, mate. I will be dropping it sooner rather than later for you guys. La Liga in the mud. Yeah. You know, this is not great news for the La Liga. The money, the marketing, the advertising, the viewership, the viewings that they would get to still having Lionel Messi over there. It's going to be mad. It's actually mad. I can't believe how crazy this transfer window has been. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this transfer window just seems to be going madder and madder and fucking madder. Honestly, absolutely mad scenes. Big up to Football Style as well. Messi incoming. We are going to talk Messi. Don't worry. We've got to talk Messi. This is big news, but it seems like you're all determined for Messi. I wanted to come here and talk Lukaku, man. We wanted to talk Lukaku with you guys. What's going on? What is going on? Tell Jem good morning. Tell Jem good morning. Declared. Big up to Declared as always. I hope he's well. Messi blood gunner. You know he's going PSG. Who will Messi sign? Messi. We're going to talk about that. Absolute madness is what Lamb says. It is, guys. It's absolute madness at the moment. The news that's come in is madness. But we're going to go through it bit by bit. I'm going to fly through the topics, give you some updates of what I've seen on Twitter, talk about it, give my thoughts on it, and we move. The link will be in there for you guys as well. He's broken the internet. Like Lamb said there, he's actually broken the internet. Internet has gone wild because of this Messi talk, and we will be delving into it. Big up to you, Undertaker CSC. Who else we got here? Doctor, big up to you. Well, it's weird because Fabrizio said, was it only yesterday that Messi was signing a new contract that will take him up to 2026, etc. And then all of a sudden, bang, he's gone. He's leaving. He is leaving. Lionel Messi is leaving Barcelona, guys. Has that sat in your heads yet? This is madness. But we still got to talk about Chelsea and Lukaku and Messi, because Messi could be linked to us. We could get Messi. We are one of the only teams in my eyes that can afford a player like Messi. Us, PSG, Man City. Man City have only just gone and dropped 100 bags already on Grealish. Are they regretting that? Are they regretting that already? I'm thinking, shit, we could have got Kane and Messi and then got Grealish next season. Chelsea are now in a position where they've still not signed a striker. Lukaku is you know, getting closer and closer, like a done deal. It's getting closer to a done deal. And all of a sudden, this Messi news comes out. People forget that, and we're going to get into this. I actually really want to delve into this. So make sure you stay tuned. Smash the like button as well, guys. Let's just get into it because I am buzzing right now. I don't know about you guys, but I am on a buzzing. I just wanted to stream straight away. Right, let's do this. Let's just talk Lukaku quickly, and then we will talk Messi. We will. Let's just talk Lukaku quickly. All right. So we had this news come out about Lukaku. Yeah. The Inter Milan chairman, Steven Zhang, is thinking about what to do regarding the sale of Romelu Lukaku to Chelsea. Following a protest from supporters and people inside the club, he wants to carefully evaluate the pros and cons before making a final decision. You've already seen, where is it as well? 2 seconds, guys. I'm just trying to see where else I'll put it. You've already seen a lot of talk around the Lukaku. The thing with the Lukaku thing is this for me, right? It's moved so quick. Like, the whole situation moved so quick. We're still waiting for clarity. We was told we were going to be given clarity a couple of days ago. It hasn't come yet. There was now being told that we've got to wait for 2 days. Now we're being told we've got to wait within the week. Fabrizio Romano was with Christoph on Twitch. I think it was yesterday it was. And he made it very clear that if Chelsea are going to get this deal done with Lukaku, it has to be done. It has to be done this week. And I agree. I don't think Tuchel will be happy to allow this to go on any further or any longer moving forward. I think it's important that if we are going to get this Lukaku deal done and he is going to become a Chelsea player, it's got to be this week. However, it went from up here, which is like we're nearly there in the imminent couple of hours, new offers coming in, we're going to get him, to slowly doing this. You know, dropping. It went from that to, you know, couple of hours to now dropping a level again to now saying, you know, that basically we got to give it a couple of days, to then it dropping again to a week, to now the fans protesting about him leaving, to now the executive, the guy, the main chairman at Inter Milan, now questioning even letting him go. Now, I think if the Lukaku's already pushed to leave, it's already gone too far. Like if he wants to leave, he's going to leave, right? So my thing with this chairman thing is, even if he wanted him to stay or not, if Lukaku's already made it clear that he wants him to accept an offer and leave, then it should just be done. It can't be Chelsea, can it? What have Chelsea got to wait for, guys? They sell Tammy onto Atlanta. Inter Milan go and buy Zapata, supposedly, yeah, which is what they're organising to do. We then gain 40 M's from them. That means that we've made 100 million pounds of sales of players this transfer season. Yeah, we could potentially, depending on what we get Romelu Lukaku on, which supposedly, let's bring it up, which is supposedly going to be for this amount. Yeah, this is why I'm trying to really delve it into you guys, because like I said, you've really got to sometimes just open your minds about it. Yeah. Chelsea are set to place their bid for Romelu Lukaku soon. It's going to be in the regions of 110 million euros, which is about 93.5 million sterling. So you work it out, guys. Do the maths. We sell Abraham. We've already made 60 million pounds worth of players that have been sold in sales. That means we're getting Romelu Lukaku for nothing. We've just literally, and that's without Roman Abramovich's 150 million that he originally signed off on. So what are we doing with that fucking money? It can't be Chelsea that is delaying, that is delaying this news. It just can't be. It can't be us. Because it's not like we're struggling for funds. The funds are there. It might be that Chelsea are not willing to pay the 110 million euros. Or maybe it's because Inter Milan want more than that, which is what Fabrizio Romano's already tweeted, that it's going to be more than 110 million euros to get a player like Lukaku to the football club. But my point is this: we've got the money. Why are we sitting on it? Why is it now 2 days, and why is it now within the week? Why has it been delayed? Is what I want to understand. There's 50 of you here right now, guys. Smash that like button. We're going to be talking Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona. We're going to go have a bit of fun with it. Obviously, Chelsea still haven't sorted out their forward line yet. Who's coming in? Who's going out? Is there a potential that Chelsea could now be reverted to the news of Lionel Messi? Or do we think a Man City will take him? Do we think a PSG are going to be able to hack his wages, bearing in mind they've bought so many players and they have a heavy wage packet already going on? Who is going to get Lionel Messi? We're going to be talking about that later on. But at the moment, Romelu Lukaku, what are your thoughts? I want to know your thoughts. Tell me about this deal and how you feel about it. Let's go through the chat. Great idea about Messi. We'll get into Messi. Don't worry, guys. We will get into that. Messi is a free transfer. Listen, we're going to get into Messi, guys. We will get into that. All I can see is Messi chat. You all want to talk Messi, yeah? No one wants to talk Lukaku anymore. Have we given up on the Lukaku chat? Is that what it is now? We've got 31 likes, guys. I need another 19 likes. There's 46 of you here. Let's do that. Big up to Daniel Wilson. He says, get Messi. He's on a free, just wages. Can Chelsea, could Chelsea potentially structure a wage packet for Lionel Messi? We will have to wait and see, my bro. Big up to Ian, is in the house. Rohan, big up to you, my guy. Look at it. It's just all Messi chat. Do you guys not want to talk about Lukaku? Are we bored with the Lukaku news? Is there nothing is it everyone wants to talk Messi? Are Chelsea fans, is that what Chelsea fans want? Messi talk. They want Messi talk, do they? Sorry, 1 second. Someone just missed me. They want, they want Messi talk. They don't want to talk about Lukaku. No one wants to talk about Lukaku. What's going on, man? There's not much going on to spill the beans. All I'm trying to do, Stephen, is just, give you the updates on what I'm seeing at the moment. And the news about Romelu Lukaku is it has to be dealt with this week. Sorry, I keep getting messages. It has to be dealt with this week. If we don't, then, there's potential that this still won't happen. It might go into the early hours of next week. But the thing is, with this deal, is that it went from 100 miles an hour, like the Koundé thing, to now slowly dropping off. Inter Milan fans are not happy. Executives are deciding whether or not they want him to go. If he wants to go, he will go, people. No one's going to stop Romelu Lukaku leaving Inter Milan. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. If he has to go, he will go. Guys, we've got 52 of you here. Let's get to 50 likes. Smash the like button. Subscribe to GNA TV. We are on the road to 2K. 2K, guys. So make sure that you get involved. Make sure that you hit that likes. I'm going to put that up as well. We are going to talk Lionel Messi in a bit. Messi is the next thing we're going to talk about. I'm going to go through some of your chats. Fuck Lukaku. Use that 100 mil and put it on Messi's wage roll, is what Sosa's saying. Do you agree, guys? Do you agree with that? Guys, I've got a question for you. If you had the choice of signing Romelu Lukaku or signing Messi, and both of them would come to you, but only one will come, who would you choose? There's 52 of you here. Tell me, who would you guys choose to come over to Chelsea? Let me know. This is interesting. Like I said, we're going to have a bit of fun with it. We might as well have a bit of fun with this news. What do you think if Dortmund has reached out to Chelsea because of the Lukaku news and the fact that we're selling Tammy for 40 million? What do you think if Dortmund has reacted or reached out to Chelsea because of the Lukaku news? Maybe. Who knows? But who's going to rule that out? Because I ain't. I know you're all thinking the Haaland thing is done. But what if Chelsea done this to trigger a Dortmund to say, look, we're not fucking about. If you don't give us an answer or you don't accept the proposal that we've put forward to you guys, then we're going to lay it on Romelu Lukaku or Lionel Messi by the looks of it, because Lionel Messi is now available. Do you know what I mean? It's a madness. Anything can happen. This is why I keep saying to you guys, when I said to before, clarity is so important. Until I get that clarity, until I hear that official bid has been put forward by my football club, then I am going to be sitting on the wings. I am not going to be listening to what every Fabrizio, Di Marcio, Matt Law says, and I will listen to it, but I'll take bits from it until I see that official statement tweet from them or from our football club to say, that we've signed this guy and it's been agreed and this is how it is and we're moving forward, I ain't entertaining it. That's just me. You guys need to decide for yourselves if you want to listen to what every Tom, Dick and Harry has to say and take it as gospel. But I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I'm not going to do that. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, I will not rule out anything with Chelsea. Anything can happen, guys. This has been a mad transfer window. Just keep your minds open. Keep your minds open and allow and do your research. Listen to what people are saying and make your own decisions. There's nothing wrong with having your own decisions, your own preferences. If you believe Haaland can still come to Chelsea, then you believe that, because there's nothing else to say that it's not happening. Chelsea have not officially done anything. Chelsea are now stalling on this at the moment. They probably will get it done. Don't get me wrong. Lukaku should 90% be coming to Chelsea based on the tier 1 journalists that have all committed to this, that have committed to this story. So it should happen on paper. But this is Chelsea Football Club. And if you all know your football club, the one thing I would say is that we do things unexpected. We do things in the dark. We can do things out of the blue. Today could be this. Tomorrow could be a next thing. Do you get what I mean? And that's why it's so important. Reese the Beast Gaming says, thanks for the donation, bro. Much appreciated. He says, Messi to Chelsea. And did you hear about what happened to Michael Ballack's son? Yeah, I did. And do you know what? While we're on that as well, I want to send out my condolences to Michael Ballack and his family. I know obviously he's not going to see this, but, you know, it was sad what happened. It was really sad what happened with his 18-year-old son. I'm not going to go into detail on here specifically for, you know, just in case I'm not allowed to. But at the end of the day, what we heard about Michael Ballack and what happened to his son, rest in peace. My thoughts are with him and his family as well. And, yeah, I couldn't even imagine losing a son at 18. I don't want to think about it. It's just horrible. He must be in so much pain right now. Messi. You're all saying Messi, guys. You all want Messi. He's all switched off Lukaku already. My question to you guys, and there was 60 of you here. Messi or Lukaku? Or Haaland? Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 options. I'm going to write in the chat. Messi, Lukaku, or Haaland. Who would you have out of them 3? Who would you have out of them 3 choices? I know everyone's saying Messi. Nicola says Lukaku, Messi. Right, man, you guys are on it. I'd sign Lukaku because he's more of a striker and Lukaku is 28. Fair enough, bro. Charlie Austin. Lukaku. Oh, sorry, Messi. Any answer other than Messi is cap, is what Ben says. Ben says any answer other than Messi is cap. Do you agree with that? Guys, we're at 39 likes and there's 61 of you here. 63 of you here. Get them likes up. Let's get to 50 likes. Smash it. We are going to talk Lionel Messi next. I'm going to put the link in the chat soon. We've got Alex, the Euro expert, at some point potentially coming on as well to talk about Lukaku, how he fits in for Chelsea, how it works for Chelsea, why he thinks it works for Chelsea. He's now even going to talk about the Lionel Messi options. He's going to come in. He's going to talk about that as well. So make sure you stay tuned and get involved. The link will come out soon as well for you guys to have your say. With Lautaro for cheaps, we can get Haaland next season. This is the thing, right? If Martinez is destined to go Arsenal and he really wants to push that and Inter Milan can't stop him, then I don't see how Lukaku and Martinez both go at the same time. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how they get away with that, you know? It's mental. It's mental. It is mental. Haaland and Messi shirt sales. Can you imagine that? Oh, Lionel Messi is here. Now flying to London. I have just had a call from Abramovich. Lionel Messi. You guys, man, I swear. Some of the things that you do. Sorry, guys, I need a drink. God, there's so many chats in there. I've got to try and fly through these, man. Look at Johnny Boy. Big up to Johnny saying, announce Haaland and Messi. He still believes Haaland can come to Chelsea. He's even announced Messi as well. Chelsea have the funds. Chelsea could get a Lukaku with the sales that they've done, including getting rid of Tammy Abraham. They could buy Lukaku with just the sales money. which would be 100 million. If they got him at 110, that would cover it. And they'd still have, the mad thing is, they would still have all that money from Roman Abramovich to go and get someone else if they wanted to. Can you imagine it? Haaland and Messi. Imagine if we get Haaland and Messi. Johnny, I don't see us getting both. Can you imagine the wage packet for both of them? It would kill us. Big up to Breed. Breed is in the house. My guy. I hope he's well. Hope you are well, my brother. I hope you are well. Should we talk Messi? Because I feel like everyone wants to talk Messi. Everyone's not interested in this Lukaku news anymore. It's like, let's talk Messi. Just going through the chats now. Get Messi to Chelsea is what Josh is saying as well. Oh, this is mad. This is mad. Yes, Josh. This is what I'm saying, my bro. Where is this official bid for this guy here? Where is it? I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I have been waiting patiently since the beginning of this transfer window for Chelsea to sign a striker. And we still ain't signed a striker. We still haven't signed a striker. I am going mad. This is driving me mad. And there's so many little things going on in the backs that you should be seeing, guys. You should be seeing these things as well. The news is that's been brought out. Like, there's so much going on. Announce Haaland, Johnny keeps saying. Announce Haaland. He's still confident. He is still confident. We don't know about the other bids, fellas. Yeah, we don't. Waves is saying we need to get Messi. Let's talk Messi. Come on in. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun for once. We deserve it. We've been put through torture. We've all been put through torture this transfer window. We deserve to talk about this. Fabrizio Romano comes out today and officially announces Lionel Messi will not continue at Barcelona. He will be leaving the football club. All well, bro. All well. I hope you're good as well, my guy. Now, let's have a little bit of seriousness to this conversation. We'll get back to Lukaku again if people want to in a bit when we open the lines. Messi's leaving Barcelona. Can Chelsea actually pull this off? That's my first question. Can Chelsea sign a Lionel Messi? Tell me about it. I want to know in the viewers. Viewers, you tell me. There's 67 of you here. Yeah? Are we at 50 likes yet? That's what I need to know. Why you're doing that? I'm at 45 likes, guys. We're 5 away. 5 away. Smash the like. Let's get there. Fab was shook from Messi and cut to it short. This literally, Johnny. Another L for Fabrizio. He's just reported Messi deal was done a day ago. And that's true as well. Fabrizio Romano tweeted only yesterday. And this is the guy that everyone looks up to. This is the guy that everyone says is gospel. He's like, if he says it, it's done. He came out yesterday and said that Messi... Do you want me to show you guys? I don't care. I'll show you guys. I will show my GNA TV guys. Where is it? Let's find it. Let's be sneaky. So yeah, I've got to go far. Look, I've got to try and go till yesterday. He does so many tweets. Where is it? There we go. There it is, guys. There it is. Leo Messi staying at Barcelona and signing a new contract. It's never been in doubt. Official announcement. It wasn't a here we go, guys. Let's get it right. It wasn't a here we go. But official announcement loading, finally expected soon. Could be a matter of hours, but not today. Yeah, this is why I'm saying to you guys, this transfer window is mad. This whole Lukaku thing as well. Like, do not take everything as gospel as you think it is, because it's not Fabrizio's fault that he's done that. He's just been given information about it. He's put it on. And then, like I said to you, things change. Things can change like that in the world of football. Football clubs make different decisions last minute. Chelsea could make a last-minute switch from buying Lukaku and going to get Messi now. Or Haaland. Like, things can change. Yes, it may have heated up, this Lukaku news. Yes, look how quick it moved from the Haaland news originally that would be stuck on for 3-4 weeks. It can go like that. It can just disappear. And look, I'm not doing this to to sort of subject and throw Fabrizio Romano under the thing because everyone's retweeting it. It's just flying up. Obviously, people are lost, but at the end of the day, he's only doing his job. He's reporting on what he's being told. Yeah, and the reason I'm highlighting it is because, to be fair to him, he was the one that come out with it straight away. He was the first person I heard of it. Things can change in football. Things can change in football. And that's what we need to understand. And that is the clearest picture I can give, clearest comment that I can give you guys when it comes to journalists and transfers. You take what you want from it. You read between the lines. If they all kind of are saying the same thing and it's like a here we go, then you know it's done. That's a different story. But until you get an official offer, an official bid, and an official announcement, these things happen. Even to a Fabrizio Romano, who is highly touted as a tier one, someone that's big in the game and very important at what he does. Things like this happens, guys. Look at Slens. How much is Fab paying you to be his solicitor? Who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? I don't know. Is he talking to me? No, he can't be talking to me. Is he talking to someone else? Big up to CFC Top Fan. Listen, guys, there's 80 of you here. Let's try and get to 60 likes, guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, GNA TV. I want your thoughts and feelings on this Messi news. Next question for you guys. Where do you think Messi is going? Where do you think he's going? I want to know in the chat now. Let me know. The link's going to be in the chat soon. You can come on, get involved, have your say. I want to talk Lukaku. I want your thoughts on that up to now. And I want to talk Messi. I want to talk Messi as well. So get involved, guys. Link up with Neymar. Messi probably go PSG because he'll ever link up with Neymar. I hear that, bro. Chelsea fans saying smash the likes. Let's get that done, guys. Let's do that. Watch him go. Not Fabrizio's fault. It's not Fabrizio's fault. This is what I'm saying. It's not to throw him under a bus. It's just to show that even someone as big as Fabrizio, someone that's as listened to in terms of where he's tiered and how high he's rated. Yeah, how high he's rated in the game. For someone as big as Fabrizio, yeah, you can make not mistakes, but things can change, and they're out of his control. You're out of his control, and that's why I'm saying to you guys, and it confirms my clarity thing. You know, people kept questioning me. You don't support Lukaku. It's got nothing to do with Lukaku, the player Lukaku. I've got no problem with Lukaku. Yeah, but I'm not jumping the bandwagon until I get clarity, until I get that official bid in. Once an official bid goes in, that usually means it's going to be accepted. Chelsea will not do that. We know our football club. They will not do that unless it's going to be agreed. We will not officially announce anything unless it's going to be agreed. It's not bad, no, but Slens, it's not. I'm not backing Fabs. It's not backing him. Yeah, he deserves to get a bit of scrutiny because everyone else does. Everyone in the journalist game gets it hardcore. It's not backing him. My point that I was using Fabrizio as an example, why I was using Fabrizio as an example, was to show you guys that unless I get clarity, unless I get that official bid, I don't care if it's Di Maurizio, Matt Law, Ekrem Kunna, Fabrizio Romano, you throw all the names at me in the world that you want to. I don't care. I'll read what they've got to say. I'll listen to what they've got to say. I'll take it in. But I will not jump the bandwagon and already say that he's officially our player. I'm just not going to do that because Chelsea haven't showed me that he's officially our player. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm using it as an example for me, not sticking up for him. He's going to get stick anyway. He is going to get stick. And maybe it's a little bit needed because everyone in the game, everyone in the social media game, Twitter, look at Fabrizio Romano as being God and gospel. Whatever he says, it happens, you know? And he will get it. But he won't get it from me. He'll get it from other people that want to question him. But that's down to you guys. I won't be doing that. They are in the mud. Big up to you as well, Gio. PSG, Chelsea, Man City, Messi to PSG or City. Who else have we got? Yes, something is happening. If Chelsea come away from this massive player shuffle with Lukaku at 130 mil, I am writing. Coach Critic is fuming. He is not happy with. He's not happy with the idea of us What is this? What have we been tagged in here? What are you lot tagging me in? All right, big up to Andres. Yeah, I just realised what I was getting tagged in. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, he's fuming. Coach Critic, the link's going to be in the chat very soon. Get involved, bro. We are on, 30 minutes? 30 minutes is when I usually release the link, isn't it? You guys to come in, get involved, have your say. I have got the Euro expert coming on for half hour as well, so I do want to talk to him and get his thoughts on the whole deal, the whole move of it. We're at 51 likes, guys. 79 of you here. Smash it. Come on, Roman. Messi going to Brentford. Roman's getting Messi. I'm joking, Jim, by the way. Yeah, I know, Slens. I know, bro. Big up to Amelia. It's good to see her here, man. It's good to see her here. Good to see her here. Hope you're well. And me and Amelia are actually going to be planning to do some vlogs going into the season as well up in Stamford Bridge. That will be happening. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys, at some point. This is mad news. This is mad. UEFA Lona. UEFA Lona. What is that? What is that? All right, look. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Because there is 8 of you still here. However, yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Let's get you in. Links in the chat. Come on. I've got to save a space for Euro Expert, though, because he's going to be coming in at some point as well. So, come on, guys. Get involved. Let's have your thoughts on this news about Lionel Messi. If it's not Lionel Messi, I want your thoughts on for Romelu Lukaku. Declared is the first man in the house. What are you saying, Declared? What are you saying?
Jim, what's going on?
Yeah, all right, mate. I mean, how do you feel about this crazy transfer window news that we continuously keep getting? It keeps coming in, doesn't it? Obviously, Messi's leaving Barcelona. Lukaku's apparently going to be delayed till we get an answer this week. Could this deter Chelsea from buying a Lukaku now? What happens now? Can Chelsea get Messi? Like what?
I hope so because I've had this stance that Chelsea were in the best position for that it was a buyer's market. We're the only one that's got one of the only few clubs that got cash, and that we were going to get a good deal. Whether it was Haaland, whether it was Lukaku, I thought we could even be in for Kane just on desperate. Like if Kane pushed it so hard and we're the only ones throwing cash, it's a slim possibility. But regardless of what was going to happen, I thought Chelsea were always going to walk away. And then when I started to say 130 for Lukaku, I started to doubt, how are we the ones paying overs for Lukaku? Now we're the ones that are desperate. And I hope that this Messi deal shakes everything up, and that we can even, because if you remember, Jem, you remember it came out that, I forgot which year, when Mourinho was in, that we were so close to getting Messi.
Yeah.
And apparently Deco stuffed it up.
Yeah. There's a story there, isn't there? Actually, I've got it here.
And that still holds weight for Messi. So if we were to go in for him, he doesn't forget that. So if there was like this fantasy chance that he was open to moving to the EPL or moving to Chelsea, that'd be crazy.
So you're talking about this here. This was back in when did we actually do this? This was back in 2020 of October the 15th. This is what they said here. Sky Sports as well, This is reported by Sky Sports. Chelsea were prepared to pay 250 million to sign Messi, as Jose Mourinho persuaded him to join the club in 2014. Di Mauricio reveals how it nearly, but ultimately didn't happen. That was, wow. That's how close it was to getting him in his prime, apparently. And that could have happened, but it didn't. So, I want to. Who else is there? There's everyone here, and there's so many people in the chat.
I've just got here. You're not getting Messi. You're not getting Messi.
Alex, come on, mate. Spit it out. Tell us about Messi. What this crazy news? What's your thoughts on him potentially leaving, and where do you think he will go, mate? This is the big question. Where do you think he would go?
Well, first things first. We did a stream last week, and there was a Barca fan in the chat that some people who are watching will remember, who was insisting that Barcelona were fine. Their finances was all fake news, his words. And so, first of all, that's hilarious, because the reason he's leaving is, they cannot afford it. Barcelona, their wage budget for this season is around £160 million, along those lines. Messi's contract, even 50%, takes up 70 million. There was no way they were keeping him. It was either Messi or the rest of their signings. So, yeah, it's kind of no surprise he's gone. But at the same time, wow, Messi has disappeared. But at the same time,
who could afford it?
It's crazy. At the same time, there's a tweet going around at the moment saying, "Oh, City aren't interested." That tweet was made mere seconds after the announcement, so I call bullshit on it.
Right.
I think he's going City because City were meant to try. City were going to sign Harry Kane last summer. They were building the bid, building the talks, and then Messi became available, and they ditched everything. We're going for him, reportedly very close, and then when it came out that he was staying, they turned off. But now he's back. Yeah. I think Messi will go City, but Chelsea with Lukaku, they're doing fine.
Well, this is my next thing with you. Obviously, we will stay on Messi, but I do need to try and get back to the Lukaku thing as well. Why you're here as well. Lukaku to Chelsea. If Chelsea do pull this off, how does he work in the Tuchel system? And do you see him scoring a lot of goals?
That's a good question. Yeah, I see him score. I mean, in terms of the Tuchel system, I mean, I think he works quite well because Chelsea are a bit of a blend of counter-attacking and dominant possession. And I think Lukaku, especially at Inter Milan, works very well on the counter-attack. The thing, I feel like there's probably a lot of voices on it. And I tweeted, I promise, I'll give you the proper insight. So I think Lukaku will still score around 20 to 25 league goals next season. The things to really look out for with Lukaku is that I think the thing that hasn't really changed is his clunkiness on the ball that got him memed a lot. But what has changed, he's definitely a lot more confident in bullying other people off the ball. Like when I watched him at Inter Milan, it was like sometimes he'd still be playing a loose touch, but then as soon as the player's going in for it, he'd barge him off the ball, and no one could really get near him. So I think that's if he keeps up that confidence, he comes to Chelsea, he'll still be scoring the goals, and his vision's improved a lot. He's much better at picking out, almost like a playmaker in terms of picking a good pass in a very quick moment. Oh, Alexa, stop! Echo, stop! Sorry, we're about to get told to take some vitamins there. But yeah, Lukaku is a lot leaner and a lot better in vision. So. Messi things aside, it'll be very good.
Very good. Fair enough. And Alexa agrees with you as well, mate. Alexa agrees with you as well.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Listen, look, we've got Fatter here, we've got Bobby here, we've got Leo here, we've got POS here, we've got Prime here, we've got loads of people here that are probably going to want to talk about this. But Bobby, like, what's your thoughts on this Messi news, mate? Like, can Chelsea actually do a madness and pay the wage structure that would require for him, or do you think it's still a Lukaku job, he will still come? Or do you think we can get both? Or do you think we won't? Or what do you think is going to happen? Because it's just crazy, isn't it, at the moment?
It sure is. First of all, Jem, thanks for having me on. My thoughts today primarily go to the Ballack family. I mean, that doesn't bear thinking about. And, we all feel it for him, really. Messi. Wow. Well, in a way, it's a good thing it's happening because what's going on with the whole Lukaku, whole Haaland situation, it needs something else to come shake it up. Can it happen? Of course it can. Of course it can. Chelsea have the money. It's only wages we're talking about. Thing is, do we have the desire to bring somebody in like that? Will he destabilize the team spirit? I don't know. I think that question will be answered by Tuchel. Yeah. And I think the pause in the Lukaku deal and indeed the Haaland deal, which can still happen, is a good thing at this stage because if anything, Messi is a carrot to dangle that, we still have another option.
Yeah.
I was glad when you mentioned this thing about us raising 100 million in sales. That is the truth, meaning that it would help nullify.
Once we sell Tammy.
Once we sell Tammy, which is very likely, it will nullify. Even if we don't, we're halfway there to nullifying the cost of a Lukaku, as it were, or anyone else. It will certainly reduce the outlay. And we still have a huge sum put aside for a purchase of magnitude anyway. So these are interesting times. I don't know what's going on. Nobody does. Everybody's head is spinning.
I'm lost.
1 minute we're angry. 1 minute we're wondering. You can't
I'm
claim to know
not
what's
enjoying it,
going on.
Bobby. I don't know about you, mate, but I'm just
I'm
not
not. I'm
enjoying it.
irritated by it, to be honest. I think, with the Haaland thing, I was like, do you know what? Put the money, get it done. But, who knows the ins and outs? Nobody, absolutely nobody but the Chelsea board, the third parties they're using, and the clubs they are trying to negotiate with. Messi, bring it on. If
Bring him home.
Tuchel wants him, things could move very, very quickly. You'd be surprised. This could rock the whole transfer system.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, go on, mate.
PSG, their wages right now is through the astronomical roof. They're already in trouble with financial fair play. They've got to keep an eye on it. City can't play too much with it either. It's coming. It doesn't exist now, but it's coming. I think Chelsea are in a very strong position at the moment.
I think PSG. I think Chelsea are in a strong enough position to get Messi compared to PSG and City, even though those teams still spend. Because even though those teams are still spending a lot of money, I think Chelsea, they'd have to destroy their entire wage structure to bring Messi in.
They were going to do that anyway for Haaland, wouldn't they?
Well, I mean, yeah, but there wasn't actually an official bid or anything in. I think Messi still... Haaland would be coming in at like... that. He would be coming in at 300,000, 400,000 a week. Messi would likely be coming in at double that still. But it would be he'd be the best player in the world.
How much do you think his wages will be? I mean, he was getting paid 800,000 euros when he was over at Barcelona.
No, he was getting way more. He was getting way more than that. He was getting a year before.
That was Griezmann, wasn't it?
A year before his contract ran out, he was getting paid 120 million euros a year, which I think I don't know if you do the math. That's like what per month. It's like 10 million per month. So 2.5 million a week, something like that.
Yeah. So sorry to cut in, guys. I've just seen City have signed Jack Grealish.
Yes.
So that further puts Chelsea up the pecking order. Honestly, wages aside, Lionel Messi is the one player in the world that if he comes smashing the wage structure, nobody else in the squad's going to say a word, especially if he doesn't have a transfer fee. So the ball, really, at this point in time, is in Chelsea's court.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they still have way more other clubs. Even though they might not be going in for him, but I think if they were to go in, Bayern Munich could be in a stronger place. I think like a club like Juventus might be in a stronger place.
Bayern, Juve, they all have money problems.
So but Chelsea aren't the richest team at the moment. Like they still spent a lot of money last season.
Chelsea are one of the only three teams that could pull this off. I think it's Man City, PSG, or Chelsea. I don't see anyone else, a Liverpool, or Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid. I don't see any of them. Juventus, I don't think they're well equipped enough this season to be able to.
But out of City, Chelsea, and PSG, let's say it is those three teams.
And City just spent 100 million, Alex, on Grealish.
But Chelsea spent 200 million last summer, and they're about to. If Chelsea don't sign Lukaku,
they did. However, before you carry on. We've just sold nearly £60 million worth of players, along with Tammy, which will bring us up to £100 million, in sales, and on top of that, we just won the Champions League, which brought us another £100 million in itself, and that's without Roman Abramovich actually signing off money for us to actually spend if he wanted to. There's a lot of money to be played with.
I think if you don't sign Lukaku, you have a chance. But if you sign in Lukaku, you're not getting Messi. Like that'd be.
Why not? You can't be so conclusive
because you're signing Lukaku for 100 million, then you're going to be putting that amount of money into Messi still.
I think it'd be different. I think if we get Lukaku and Messi, then we won't finish off the other areas in the squad that we need. We won't sign Koundé, and we're not going to sign a midfielder.
You're signing one of Messi or Lukaku. That you will not be able to sign two. You've got to think. If with City as well, like they've been building towards Messi. They've got Pep Guardiola. They've got TG.
They don't get Kane then. That's it. That's the only way they get him because they're not getting.
Yeah. If they get Kane, that muddies it quite a lot. If they get Kane, I don't think they get Messi. But the same way, if Chelsea get Lukaku, I don't think they get Messi either.
Well, this is Alex. This is my next question to you. How much do you think Romelu Lukaku's worth? At the moment, they're saying about 110 million is not enough. It's going to have to be a bit more. Inter trying to hold out for 120 to 130 million euros. Do you not think that's overpriced?
To
someone else.
Inter, in the same way that Declan Rice is valued at 100 million to West Ham, to Inter, Lukaku is worth about that just because of how important he is. But no, I wouldn't be paying 110 million is what I'm paying at the absolute maximum for Lukaku. Any more than I'd be thinking that Haaland or Messi.
Chelsea fans are telling me he's world class. He should be more than that.
No, it shouldn't be. He's 28 years old. You shouldn't be paying that much for him.
Who's saying
Listen,
that?
trust me, I've heard
Well,
a
you
lot.
shouldn't. Well, for a world class striker in their prime, what we're paying for Lukaku is fine.
Oh,
But right, at
110, yeah.
110 million euros to like 100 million pounds. That's at maximum what I'd be paying for Lukaku. Because then, if you get any, it's same. To be honest, out of Messi and Haaland, Messi makes far more sense to City, and Haaland makes much more sense for Chelsea. City are at the end of their cycle they've spent like 10 years now trying to build to this Champions League. They've been building for Messi. Like there's also good articles last season when the Messi thing was blowing up that City had been really building towards it, and that's why they came close. With Chelsea, they're really at the beginning of their cycle. Like I don't think a Messi fits well into that. I think a Haaland fits. Haaland fits much better because he's younger and he's going to be the future of the team. When you bring in Messi. Support Norwich. If you bring in Messi, it just kind of stunts it. Yeah, if people ask him, I'm neutral. I don't support any football team.
Oh, apparently, I can find where this posted. People thought I was joking. Messi to Wickham. Deal's done. Fortunately.
What's your thoughts? Just quickly staying on Lukaku? What's your thoughts on the whole? The chairman is now thinking about not letting him go. The fans are erupting because they were promised that he was pretty much going to stay, and they're actually doing I think they're doing a protest tonight. Actually, from they're saying that the serious fans. I mean, is there any way that this deal cannot be done?
Yeah, it could. Lukaku, it's not just headlines that they were promised. Like even just last week, like the news was kind of not released in a sense, but it came from lots of different sources that Inter were more than happy to let Lautaro Martinez go if it meant keeping Lukaku, because Inter have just lost Antonio Conte, and they've got Simeone Inzaghi in at the moment, who's like a good manager, but and they've sold Hakimi. Like they're about to go into a bit of a dip, so they want to probably keep their best player to keep in the Champions League. So it does make sense why.
So we've got to do this, didn't we? Announce Messi, but not to West Ham. Just announce Messi to Chelsea, then, isn't it? If we're getting no Lukaku. What about that
to be honest, I don't. It sounds crazy to say, but yeah, for Chelsea, I think if I'm a neutral club, I want Messi straight away. But for Chelsea, Lukaku or Haaland makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
especially as well because where does Messi play? Is Messi going to play number 9? I don't think so.
No, I agree. I do get what you're saying. Go on. Who's going to talk?
I said, why wouldn't he play number 9? We've been playing that
Chelsea, exactly.
Go on, Bobby.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just want to say quickly, I didn't want to cut in. Chelsea's issue isn't who's playing number 9. Chelsea wants someone who can put the ball in the net from the chances they create. Yeah. Messi would do all sorts. He could fit into the team. If we can't get Lukaku or Haaland, why not?
But Messi's a lot more of a creative. Messi's a lot more of a creative. Like if you're bringing him to be your striker. No, but if you're bringing Messi in to be your player just to be on the end of chances, then it's almost in a sense of what's the point? Like there's other players who'll be doing that job. If you want Messi, you'd be wanting to be your main creator.
Exactly. And plus, Messi's not the guy to just stay up there and be at the end of chances, Like, if we're bringing in Messi, it means we now have to sort of change up a bit how we play. Just to cater to one player. No, I'm not saying completely change everything. I mean, in terms of we're now catering solely to one player. I thought the whole point of selling Hazard was to move away from that.
Let me put it this way, right? When we're spending 130 mil, right? The top strikers do more than just be on the end of scoring goals. They score goals when you're not meant to score goals, and they do a lot more, right? Lukaku just scores goals, and we were happy with that. We're definitely paying overs for him. Messi not only scores goals, takes on plays, he does everything, and not only his presence might elevate the team, right? And it's such a marquee signing, right? That we can get a striker. We can get Lukaku next season. We can get Haaland. We can be in for luck. We can get this striker if you want, but we're still going to get a whole bunch of goals at the end of it, and we're going to get more than goals.
I think
what
if you
you're getting
sign
with
Messi, though, Messi won't be. I don't think he'd be happy either just playing the sole. Like the striker in Chelsea system is not so much to do creating because you've got like 4 other players to be doing that. You like for Chelsea, you do want more of a Lukaku on Haaland who is going to race it behind and finish chances. I'm not saying Messi can't do that. Absolutely not. Messi will still be one of the best players, but like value for money and age. I don't know. Like, I'm like for the people in the comments who are going to be like, "Oh my god, he hates Messi. What's he saying?" Like, no, I'm absolutely not. I think, especially Man City as well, like because City, I know City don't have a pure number 9 either, but it's like their system doesn't matter for it, as we saw last season. Messi to City makes perfect sense. The same way to Messi to PSG makes sense as well, but to Chelsea it makes the least sense.
It's the same way that Messi plays for Barca.
If this season.
So Bobby, keep cutting me off, mate.
No. I'm sorry. Go,
I love you, Bobby.
Sorry.
But Messi, how much wage he gets in Barcelona?
I was going to add that if whoever comes in, we do know our inside forwards need to step up regardless, right? Even if it was Lukaku and this and that. But our biggest strength of the way we've been playing is that. Yeah, even though Tuchel didn't call it a false 9, let's say call it a false 9, whatever, it was our biggest strength, right? And when we get Lukaku, we lose a little bit of that, but we're going to get a lot more goals. But if we can retain the same way we've been playing with goals, the same way Messi's been playing for Barca for so long, and we do play a high possession game, and we do play a low block, right? I think we'll play way better with Messi than we would with a Lukaku, whose link-up play isn't that great, and you know maybe it's great. He's we all bantered his first time. He has improved, but he's on a okay level on that sense. But Messi is well above everyone on that level.
Do you think Messi plays better? Do you think Messi plays better with the players that we've got? The Havertz's, the Werners, the Mounts, the Pulisic's, the Issues. Do you think that would work?
I mean, Messi will. I think it'd be more. It'd be more if the players play well with Messi. I feel like Messi would be the center of the team. Like I don't think. I mean, whatever team Messi goes into, will still be the best player in the world. But like, yeah, you got someone else about to answer it.
Go, Bobby, get him.
Bless your hand.
But his wages issue. His wages issue.
I mean, for sure. Come on. I mean, Messi. You're talking. Some of these guys are talking like Messi's a problem. Messi's a benefit, 100%. My only concern is how much has he got left in him. We don't need a number 9 if you have Lionel Messi. Trust me. Yeah, we don't need that situation sorted until next season.
It's not necessarily. I don't think it's not necessarily that it's a problem or anything. I just think. Like it depends how much Messi's going to be coming in for as well. Like if talking for Chelsea, like if Chelsea weren't going to pay the money for Haaland, like I don't understand how they'd be paying the money for Messi. Like they'll be paying whatever the money to.
Free.
No, the wages. The wages would be
wages.
But the wages are like paying for Haaland every single year for like the next 4 years if you sign him on a 4-year deal. Like you won't be able. Like it's not as if. It's not like a Hazard where his wage is like 300,000 a week. Like Messi before he signed this, even the 50% cut was 67 million euros a year. That's what he would have been playing on, and that's
there was another rumor
taking a pay cut.
Yeah, there was another rumor going around, and maybe that holds some weight that he wanted that the president wanted a further cut, which is might have been what triggered this announcement, right? And let's entertain that idea. If that's the case. And he went from 120 to 60, and he's not happy with that. Well, take this 130 transfer fee on its own, right? And split it up, and it's close to 3 years' wages on the 50% cut, right? Maybe we can make a sign-on bonus, whatever. You get 2-3 years out of Messi, and what he brings also in marketing and whole bunch. He brings more money than any other player we're going to sign.
Wait, I'm confused. Right? What was the maths on that?
So
I was saying that, say we stuck on the 50% wages that Barca offered him, and he wasn't happy. And let's say
it's Barcelona's fault that they made.
No, I don't think Messi comes in asking. I don't think he gets to pay Messi the contract he was cut at Chelsea.
They have to cut the wage.
On 60
they have to cut the wage.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Barca. I'm talking about Chelsea.
Guys, one second. Despite having reached an agreement between Barca and Messi. And with the clear intention of both parties to sign a new contract today, it will not be possible to formalise due to economic and structural obstacles, is what the Spanish.
That's their fault, Jem. That's their fault. The way that they handle their business.
That's what's just come out.
Jem, do you know what that means? Essentially, because they brought in, they got Depay and Aguero in, but they're not officially signed in or registered because Barca expected to get rid of a lot of players. They were trying to offload Griezmann so much this summer. We've been linked with them and stuff like that. The fact that they haven't offloaded these players now means not only can they not. I don't know how they're going to be able to register Depay and Aguero, but they now can't even sign Messi.
No, they'll probably. I think they'll probably be able to sign their other players if Messi doesn't come. The issue. Yeah. The big issue was their wage cap was 160. I think it was 160 million euros a year or pounds a year, and Messi on 50% basically took up more than a third of that. So taking Messi away, they should be able to register the other signings. So in some ways, you can kind of see there's two sides to the coin. On one hand, Messi's so important to Barcelona marketing-wise that you can see why they wouldn't want to get rid of him. On the other hand, getting rid of Messi would allow you to register these other players. So you can understand why Barcelona maybe behind the scenes they're playing the game of, we don't want to lose him, Oh, we can't keep him. Well, that's how it is.
Yeah, but it's not like Barca are willingly saying. It's not like Barca themselves are saying we don't want to sign Messi. They're trying to for the past few years now, since Neymar left, Barca themselves, because they want to keep Messi so much every season, which fine, I understand it's Messi, they screw themselves over in rebuilding that team. And it's now at a point where they've got aging players who they were at one point world class, but they're now fading away and tailing off. And because every season you're trying to keep Messi and you're trying to find a way financially to keep him, you're now in so much debt. That's part of the reason why a lot of these big teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juve, wanted to do this Super League because of the influx of money they were going to get. Yeah. Would have been able to re-sign Messi. It would have allowed Real Madrid to buy Mbappe this summer. But because this isn't happening, and maybe it looks like maybe they're going to be sued by the Super League or something, Messi's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
I think they will find situation to fix this problem.
But they got Japanese sponsors, and after all that racist thing from Griezmann came out, they've also halted and salted as well. So they also lost big sponsorship money.
It's the board's fault that they put themselves in this kind of situation.
Well, not really. I think they rely on so much outside money that it's COVID. If COVID didn't happen, they could probably get through.
The COVID did impact them.
But it is the board's fault that they eventually got to this situation.
It's a contribution of everything.
Yeah, but they should have either, at some point in the past, maybe tried to sell Messi, or they should have built their team properly instead of trying to find really cheap and weird alternatives. Like Juve, they were doing the same thing, buying players on expiry contracts or buying them when they were past their best, likes of Khedira, or buying the likes of Aaron Ramsey, etc., etc. Then they spent 100 mil on Ronaldo just to try and see if they could secure a Champions League. And now they're at a point where they're in a bit of debt, and their team is essentially in tatters because it's not good. And then I have to try and do a rebuild, which is going to last a year or two.
Yeah, can I just sorry guys, before you all start. There's nearly 100 of you here, so please smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. We're on our road to 2K. We're about 160 odd short away from doing that. So I need you guys to make sure you do that. Subscribe to the channel as well. Yeah, hit the like and hit the bell notification as well, guys, to stay tuned in with us as well. Subscribe. But yeah, look, Barcelona president Joan Laporta will run a press conference at 11 p.m. to explicate Leo Messi's contract situation and what's happening because of La Liga regulations, red circle. So basically, they're coming out and saying why this hasn't happened and what the reasons are. Yeah, I'm assuming.
To be boring. I think another big possible example. I'd arguably put this over him signing for Chelsea is that this is a way to try and get La Liga to reduce their salary cap, because other clubs in the league have offered to pay money towards Barcelona so they keep Messi because he's so integral to La Liga. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is trying to leverage La Liga and then he ends up signing like maybe in January, not in time. But this could be some form of political ploy. In the same way the Super League was, like this could be another one of their big cards. But it's still a very real possibility that he leaves.
But the thing is, say they do find a way to finagle it and they're able to keep Messi for what? They sign another contract until it's like 38 or something like that. Is it, again, this sounds mad, but is it even still worth it? Because he's taking 50% out of your salary, which is going to affect you signing players and rebuilding that team. Once Messi, if they're able to do this, once Messi leaves, Barca are in ruins.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
It's not. I don't think it's worth it personally for them.
It's definitely the fact it's a debate is quite crazy. Yeah, I definitely see. Like the other side of it would be he's the best player in the world. It's Messi, marketing, everything. Like he does generate lots of money for them. I think it was like 250 million a year. The Athletic reported, but. I am like from a squad building perspective and a very boring perspective. I'm kind of with Prime, like selling Messi. Like there's some people saying today that at me on Twitter saying feels like Barcelona should have sold Messi for 100 million euros to Man City last season. It feels like if they did that, they'd be in a bit less of a mess. But the counter is he's Messi, and you can't really argue with the fact that he is Messi.
Yeah, and this is why I feel it might be slightly hard for Chelsea to get done. Whether he's even Chelsea's sort of profile player, just due to his age. I mean, it is Messi at the end of the day. I still think he would do great in the Premier League. He will contribute to a ton of goals, but I still think Chelsea will go out their way to get a striker, whether it's Lukaku, whether it's a Haaland, whoever it is that we will end up getting at the end of it. I do think we'll have a proper number 9. And yes, it would be nice to try maybe be linked to someone like a Messi, don't get me wrong, and have him at our football club, but is he past his best? This is the next big question that I've got for you guys. Is Lionel Messi past his best?
I mean, he is, but he's one of the rare players where like his retirement years are still putting him like the best in the world. He's one of those ones. They also have a different opinion.
Yeah, I just look.
Hey, Prime, did you say you didn't have any sell value?
No, I said that as a joke because that's what all you Chelsea guys want.
I know, I've heard that before. I'm like, it's a free transfer. How much resale value do you want?
No, I mean that was a joke.
Parker's Prime did.
No, but I think with Messi, it's for me, like when he was linked to Man City last summer, like I think Messi coming to the Prem, he's gonna struggle. Because of his age and everything, like, I don't think he's not going to be. He's still going to be Messi, and he's still going to, be able to dominate. But I don't think he's going to be at anywhere near his peak. I think he's going to. I don't know. Like he's not going to be able to dribble past 2, 3, 4, 5 players every single game and every single moment. Like I think he's.
I'm in the position of that.
It's crazy what I'm saying because it's Messi, and if we were offered him, or if we had a chance to get him, it would be stupid to turn him down. But a part of me thinks don't get him.
Right, he would have a better 3 years then. Like if we start, because the whole argument has been Haaland versus Lukaku. Yeah. Now I'm gonna throw Messi in the mix, and Messi might have a better 3 years than Lukaku on the same money we're gonna spend.
Maybe, but I would take Haaland over Messi purely not in terms of Haaland's a better player or could even be as good a player, but I think you get the same amount of time out of Messi and Haaland. Like Haaland, like at the worst scenario,
Haaland.
If he was to join Chelsea, he could look to move on within 4 or 5 years to like.
I want Haaland,
but you get the same thing with Messi as well. Like he even at 38, he still might be very, very, very good. But at that point, he might be thinking of going to. I think he had a contractual obligation in his Barca contract to when he wants to, he will move to the MLS. Like I think that's a big deal for him. So that even if he moves to Chelsea, that wouldn't be his final club. So I would maybe take like just long term thinking wise, I'd take Haaland over Messi in terms of that. So he's a better player. Take Messi.
But you can almost have both.
Expert. This new contract that he was like supposed to sign, I think it was supposed to be like for 4 years or something, and for half of it, it would allow Messi to go to the MLS, but yet he would still be contracted at Barcelona as like a what is it called? An
ambassador.
Yeah, which is again ridiculous because you're paying Messi the same ridiculous wages, and he's not like he's retired. He's not playing for you guys. He's at a different like. It doesn't. like for Barcelona, it doesn't make sense. But because Messi is like, essentially, Messi is their club, and he is bigger than their club. Him going, like, I know it's Barcelona, but what draw do Barcelona have if he just leaves?
They'll still have a big draw, but I get where you're coming
They have
from.
nothing.
So like, actually think about what draw, like Real Madrid, like what I don't know. Real Madrid is probably different because they are bigger, but like what draw do? But I don't know. It's.
I mean, let's talk about this from a City perspective. In terms of, I saw a comment a minute ago. Actually, I can't remember where it was, but someone said they think City will ditch the Kane deal and go for Messi. Now, the thing is, if City do that, they're geniuses because they've completely destabilised the relationship between Tottenham's best player and the fans, and possibly the rest of the team. They could just ditch that deal, get Messi, and leave a disgruntled Kane who doesn't want to play for Tottenham in Tottenham to a bunch of fans who don't really like him at the moment. So City get Messi. Best move, most genius move they could possibly make.
Hey, wouldn't that be a perfect condition to get Kane in? Hated by the fans already.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
For Chelsea.
Oh no! I'd say I think the best thing.
If the fans have turned on Kane already, I mean,
even if you throw Messi, Kane, Lukaku, and Haaland into the mix, like at Chelsea, I'd rather take Haaland then Messi than the other two because
really,
just because. Not like I said to make sure, because I saw someone say I'm waffling.
What did you just say, Alex? Say again.
I said you got to let me fill the sentence out as well. I said if I'm Chelsea, out of Messi, Haaland, Kane, Lukaku, I take Haaland first. Then if I can't get him, I take Messi, and then one of the other two. And the reason someone in the chat said I'm waffling. I'm not. The reason is, you get the same amount of years out of Messi and Haaland. Like you're going to get the same amount of years, but with Haaland, you're going to be paying a lot less to him. And I mean, resale value, I wouldn't really care about if I'm getting Messi, but at least with Haaland, you would get that in some sense. But yeah, I'd take that. That's why I'd have that. I'm going to jump back to you there.
I disagree.
You disagree? Why?
I take Messi first because again, I think what Roman has always tried to do for Chelsea is to be able to elevate us. That's why he goes to try to sign these generational talents. He wanted Messi before. He wanted Ronaldinho. We signed Hazard at the time, and we signed Havertz. So Messi would definitely do that. The fan base Messi has is ginormous. But I would, like, again, in terms of the three strikers, my preference will always be Kane. But I think with this, what Kane has done trying to leave and that not probably going to go through, I think Kane goes to United next summer. Or maybe even this summer, but he definitely will go to United next summer.
No, he wants
to United.
Yeah,
he wants City, but now this is what happened with.
City, but he's not gonna. I don't think he will go there.
No. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get is he wants City, but now this Messi bomb's just dropped. I think City are going to do. I actually think City are going to go. Actually, should we just dump him? You know, like how you just dump the side chick.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You know, like when you go out with a girl, but you see this other girl and she's beautiful, and you're not like really like.
It's like you're going out
and then you find out she's on you, and you just dump her, and then you go for the.
You know, if anyone's watched The American Office, it's like Jim when he was dating Carol, and Pam becomes available. Like he's got that back.
Jem is talking in theory, ladies and gentlemen, in theory.
Well, there's 150 of you here nearly as well, so please make sure you get us to 100 likes. We should be at 100 likes right now, guys. So let's do that. Smash the like button, and yeah, look, Messi. I mean, look at Johnny still going. Announce Haaland. He is so. You know, Haaland. And I get it.
Come on,
can I add though? But like, because it's always been the case.
Bring some minerals.
Going for Haaland.
Minerals links in the chat.
Going for Haaland next season, right, was always like the better deal for everyone, right? And we were trying to get him early. That was the whole news, right? Why couldn't? And this is like a FIFA Ultimate type thinking here. But why couldn't we, if Chelsea went for Messi for like a 2 years contract, and then went in for Haaland too, with everyone else throwing their hat in the ring for 75 mil, and almost tee up a double.
Man, you can't offer Messi a 2-year contract. That's such an insult to him. It'll be like you're offering me, the greatest player of all time, 2 years.
At his age, how long are you going to get him for? 3 years?
I get why you want to offer him 2 years, but he'll be like, fuck off. I'm Messi, I get 5 years.
In terms of like financial security and everything, and just like it can't be 2 years. It'd have to be like 4, maybe 5. But the thing is, it's like as well as
might want to go MLS as well. Who knows?
But as well as the fan base thing with Messi, it's Lionel Messi, one of the greatest players, maybe the greatest player of all time. The draw to have that's what Barca have. The draw to have as a club to say that we have Lionel Messi, players want to play with Messi. That's why Aguero went to Barca, because he wants to play with Messi. But it makes it a bit easier negotiating to buy players, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. He has an appeal.
Chelsea to a level where we can start to say, we can enter conversations with Real Madrid and Barcelona and really start to.
I think if you sign Haaland, you can enter. You said it before about the elevation. Right? I think if you sign Haaland, you get that too. Like this is maybe besides even alongside Mbappe, the most sought after player besides Messi or even young player. He's the most sought after player in the world. So I think Chelsea getting Haaland would be like that elevates them as much as maybe not as much as Messi would, but I think very, very close considering Messi is past his prime. Like if Messi joins Chelsea, you will get the argument of as trivial it will be. People will say you only got him because he was past his prime. Whereas if you get Haaland, turning into his prime, then no one's coming back to that.
Well,
Haaland would have to prove it.
Still be there and saying that. Haaland left you guys before he got into his prime. Again with Haaland, it's still just potential because next season he could fall away and then.
No, he won't. He's different gravy, man.
No. Hold on. Next season.
That's why we're getting him. Bring him to Chelsea, man. Let's go.
Hold on. Next season, he could fall away, then potentially completely his career is done and he just ends up being an average player. With Messi, we know right now, we know that he is one of the GOAT or maybe the GOAT. Like bringing him and what he brings, in my opinion, I think it's a lot better than what Haaland is because it's still as of now it's potential because everyone's
but equally Haaland's extremely proven. Like he's not going to fall away. But even if he does, I give that as much potential as a 34-year-old Messi. I give that as much potential as a 34-year-old Messi getting injured and then getting a long-term injury.
I wouldn't want to sign I don't know. But
let's get a bit real here. You're right. Messi's 34 years old. He'll be lucky if the next club gives him 3 years, to be honest. And one of the reasons I believe behind the scenes that Barcelona is ready to let him go is they've seen he's on the cusp of his decline. Anything from this season onwards for Messi is a decline. Now, that level of decline compared to your average player is going to be huge, but come to the Premier League, which is a young man's game, and that decline might be accelerated. So let's get a bit of perspective. I can see Man City hesitating to go for him. I can see a lot of people hesitating to go for him, and he might end up at the MLS quicker than he probably planned to. That's the negative side of the coin.
I think Messi's a lot better than you can credit him for that. And some people in the comments are saying things like this. He won't cope in the Prem. Messi's proven himself enough to show that even over the next couple of years, barring any injury, which is a real concern, that he will be. If he goes to the Prem today, he's the best player in the Premier League instantaneously. I think there's any debate there, and I think he would be over the next couple of years.
Based on ability, yeah. It was
and performance
based on ability.
What else would it be based on?
He'll have to prove it.
You have to prove it. You're just going based off ability.
He's not going to be the best
what do you mean? He's won 3 Champions Leagues. He's won Copa Americas. You can't.
Again, by that logic, Varane is the best centre back in the Premier League.
Okay, but so what your argument is that for Messi to prove himself in the Premier League, for Messi to prove himself to his Premier League standard, you have to forget the Champions Leagues he's won. You have to forget the performances against Bayern Munich's and PSG's and Juventus's and Manchester United, Manchester City. Now, you have to see how he copes with Timo Pukki at Norwich. Come on, he's extremely there's no way you can say he has to prove himself in the Premier League.
When you break it down like that, it sounds stupid, but. He just you can't just take it for face value, even though it is Messi. It's it might sound ridiculous, but you still have to come to the Prem and prove it.
It doesn't sound stupid. He's not coming to the Prem to pick daisies. He's coming here to play and perform.
Daisies.
And if he's not performing, he's not the best player in the league.
I get where you guys are coming from, but it's not as if he's coming from a pharmacy. Like La Liga is still very high quality. He's still playing the Champions League.
That's not the point.
It's not like we're talking about a 21-year-old Messi, or we're not even talking about peak Messi in his prime. This is old man Messi right now.
Yeah, but he still how many goals did he score last season? He still got I think 40 goal contributions this year. If he moves to the Premier League tomorrow, that decline isn't accelerated. I
know, but it's still the Premier League. He still has to come and face it.
The Premier League's not that much of a step up than you think. It's really not.
What was I saying? Can you do it on a rainy night? Rainy Tuesday night in Stoke?
Yeah, 1 second. We've got other people. We've got Romelu in CFC and announced Haaland. All three here as well, guys. What was it you'd like to say, man? He's all muted as well. Romelu in
sorry.
CFC.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Go ahead, mate.
So, I think that for Messi to come to the Premier League would be a big step up. Because you can't dribble through the center back defenders that easily, in my opinion. So I feel like he will go to the PSG just because I think it'll be better for his career. I mean, he would get paid a shitload of money, so he would probably go to PSG because they would. Premier League have a structure, so in my opinion, I feel like he would rather go to PSG. Because it's not that far from Barca, and it's a farmer's league. You can do it.
All right. I respect your opinion, but come on, man. The Premier League, it's not like, Liga and La Liga, like La Serie A. Premier League up here. No, it's like they're very level. Like, there's very minimal difference.
Yeah,
here.
they are pretty level, to be honest. But still.
So what's the thing of, Messi wouldn't go to Premier League, want to go to, he'll go Liga and that's the farmer's league. What's that?
Because the Premier League, the thing is, there's a lot of teams that are low block that play so defensive, like Burnley, Arsenal.
You have those in the Liga. Hetafe, Granada.
To the same extent.
Premier League is very demanding, extremely demanding.
Again, we're not acting like Messi would come here and he would end up being a League 2 player, but he is going to find problems in the Prem.
Yeah, he is.
Don't act like that's ridiculous to say.
The only thing you'd find trouble with potentially is the mid-season crunch of Christmas, because Premier League's the only league where we don't have that big crunch. That's the only bit where he might get tired. But this is still I'm pretty certain he's still got the most goals and assists in all of Europe. I think if it's behind anyone, it's Lewandowski. I'm gonna get that up now. It's in front of me. Last season, he still contributed 41 goals in 35 La Liga games. He still contributed 7 Champions League goals in 6 games. He's still not gonna. Even if there's a drop off, it's going to be a goal or two at max. If he moves to the Premier League tomorrow, it's not as if, oh my god, there's so much to cope with. The only thing would be that mid-season break and injuries potentially.
Messi on one leg is still one of the top players in the Premier League. I don't know what you guys are really worried about.
But again, no one's even disagreed that he won't be one of the top players in the Premier League. But
and we can have that argument all day. You can have that argument all day. We can say
people you're acting as if that he won't have any problems whatsoever.
No, but you can say that about any player ever. You can say about that Lukaku, right? He can struggle, right? What he did it at Man United, he might come back to it again. You can say that Haaland never becomes the player we think he's going to be, right? But the most proven player is Messi on the highest level, right? And now he's getting a bit older and still has proved it in the Copa America.
Yeah,
he's still got it, right?
Yeah.
He's still playing at a very high level. Ronaldo proved that you can play longer, right? To say what ifs a lot, out of all the players that we've been linked with, or Chelsea's been linked with, or any player like that, Messi has been proven. Right.
Yeah, guys. Before we continue on, I want to talk to the other two as well, because there's other two people. Announce Lukaku. What you saying, mate? You there? You're muted. If you're trying to talk, you need to take yourself off mute.
I think his message is in his name.
There we go. Overload. You're muted. Do you want to talk? You're going to talk as well?
It's fine. I'll have to go in a second. So I'll make my final point on it. Like I said, I'm still with. I mean, Johnny Boy Blue just said it. Alex is right. All the Chelsea goes Haaland, Messi, and then Lukaku, and then Kane. Right. But I'm still with that. But like Messi coming in to the Premier League, the only thing would be if the intense games around Christmas, if that increases likelihood of injury. Even he's still going to be over the. I'm not. I think you guys agree. I'm not going to pretend you guys haven't said this season he won't be the best player. But I'm not going to try and say that. But even over the next 2-3 years, he's going to be the best player in the Premier League. And for the thing saying someone said he'll be the most fouled player now, and players play deep. This is the league where Danny Ings has scored the 4th most goals in the league since August 2019. Messi's not going to be struggling there. He's still going to be the best. Last season, a 34-year-old Messi playing less minutes than lots of players here still scored the 2nd most goals in Europe. He's still going to be fine.
And he doesn't have to play every game with suggestion of that. Yeah, PSG.
Someone's going to counter. Go on.
Aaron, what you saying, man?
I'm alright. I just went for a run, just got back, and I just see this, so I joined.
What you saying, man?
Pissing down though, so I'm drenched.
What's your thoughts on the potential of Messi leaving Barcelona, and what's your thoughts on Lukaku as well?
I knew at some point I knew Messi was going to leave. I don't think he will join us, not even 1%. He'll probably go to PSG, and I'm all for Lukaku, to be honest. If we can't get Haaland, I want Lukaku because I want a striker who could score. And if we can't get Haaland, then it has to be Lukaku. And I think he's improved quite a bit since he's been at Inter. So
I hear you, bro. I hear you. And it's still going on, and we're still waiting for Chelsea to lay that money. And from what I understand from Fabrizio Romano said on Twitch with Christoph, he said it has to be done this week. They expect it to be done this week if Chelsea are going to make that bid. From what I've heard so far, Chelsea are short from what it is that Inter wants still to today. That's the issue that they're having at the moment, from what I've heard, along with the Inter Milan fans and obviously the chairman of Inter Milan coming out with the comments he did today. So there's still 150 of you here. We're on 95 likes. Let's smash the like button, guys. Let's try and get over 100 likes. Please do that. If you're new to GNA TV, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell notification button as well. We have got Jamie with us as well. Jamie Slad, but you're on mute, mate. So take yourself off mute.
How are you doing, lads?
Not bad. How are you? You've gone on mute again. Take yourself off mute.
How the hell am I mute? Okay, now I'm back, right?
Yeah.
So my whole perspective on the whole thing, right? Messi, without a doubt, is obviously one of the greatest players in the world alongside Ronaldo. If we can sign a player of that caliber, first of all, the shirt sales alone will be huge, because what Chelsea fan would not want to have Messi in the back of their jersey? None. Secondly, just revenue alone will just increase. So for wages and stuff like that, I think he will literally pay his own wages when it comes to that, because he'll bring so much money into the club alone. Thirdly, he is a pull, straight up a pull. Who doesn't want to play alongside Messi? No one. Everyone would love to play alongside Messi. Everyone would want to learn from Messi. So he's a ginormous pull to have into the club. So if we ever even have the slightest chance of getting him, I think we go all in. Have to bring him in. Simple as.
I hear you. Would you choose? So are we pulling away from Lukaku now? As this Messi stuff come out, is it now we want Messi over Lukaku? Is this what I'm getting from fans? I don't know if you're Chelsea fans or I know most of you are. But...
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
My view, James, if we're going to Lukaku, this should make it cheaper. We shouldn't give in to that that third bid of. We all know, as much as you defend it, it's over. We're overpaying for Lukaku, and now that if we spread around, maybe we could be left with nothing. That's a risk as well, right? If we don't pay overs for Lukaku, but we could get a better deal of any of the players that are on offer, and one of them has to give in, and at a good price.
The problem is we need a player who we need to get it done by the end of the week so he can play in the Super Cup.
No, Super Cup's not important. We just need it by the transfer window.
Well, I think the squad that we've got is good enough to. I think the squad that we've got is good enough to beat Villarreal. Yeah, let's be serious.
Yeah,
We've got
true,
We better beat Villarreal. I mean, Arsenal and Man United, we better beat Villarreal.
Oh, Man United will rinse us if we don't beat him after this. You know what I mean?
I think what's
Messi on the
triggered all
free
this.
or Lukaku at 130, no brainer is what Coach Critic says as well. On this one.
What's triggered all this about Messi is the cost of Lukaku.
Yeah.
Nobody wants us to be fleeced for Lukaku, which is what looks like it's happening.
You say fleeced. That is what a world-class striker is worth nowadays.
Yeah, but he's not a world-class striker, is he?
He is a world-class striker.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
is he?
If you say so, but I don't think so.
I think he is.
If he's not, and there's better strikers out there than him.
No. I'm asking you: is he in the same levels as Lewandowski and Kane and all of them to you?
Yeah.
Wow, he's not for me, but that's my opinion.
For me, there's the three best strikers on the planet for me: Kane, Lewandowski, and Benzema. But again, Lukaku is still world class.
Well, see, the thing I see about it is, right, all Chelsea need at the moment is a proven goal scorer. It's literally all we need at the moment. We have everything else. We need a proven goal scorer. Who's more proven than Lionel Messi to score goals? Lukaku is worth Danny Ings. Lukaku's 130 million. That's what they want from him. I think that's just stupid. It's stupid numbers. Like if it's 130 million, why not just put that extra 20 million for Haaland? I don't see why we wouldn't do that. 130 million is ridiculous for Lukaku. 110 maybe, but 130 no.
If he was to get Messi, how long do you think he would stay for?
3 years.
2-3.
Yeah, but he would retire at Chelsea, and actually he'd probably go to China or America to finish off on his.
Maybe South America, Jen. You old boys.
That's true.
I think, so if we bring in Messi and he's here for 3 years, 4 years, I guess it probably depends on what crippled strikers are out in that phase of time.
Yeah.
Because again, if we're signing a Lukaku or signing a Haaland, they'll only be here for Haaland probably about 3-4 years, but Lukaku about 4-5-ish years. So within that little span of time, what world-class strikers will be available right there to go out and buy? Or is it maybe Broja's at a level where he's ready to be the guy? I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
There could be a lot more possibilities. Lukaku's not going anywhere, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but Lukaku then will be in his 30s, and we're not going to buy old man Lukaku.
See, the thing everyone's saying, the thing everyone's saying about Haaland only staying for 3 seasons, I think, it all depends if we can win stuff. Like if we can just throw another Champions League in the next 3 years, if we bring him in, or else a couple of Premier Leagues, why would he want to move? I don't see a reason for him to move. If we can perform with him, he won't want to move.
Yeah, and the biggest factor is that he would need to play at such a level, right, that he would be one of the best strikers out there, right? We're talking about so many goal-breaking records, and he had to be so appealing. For him to leave, he'll be worth way more than we bought him for. And at that stage, you can buy the next generational talent if you wanted to, or multiple, if that's what you wanted to do. When you say striker, when you have that money, you could buy anyone you want. If that was the scenario.
You know what it is? I just want to quickly jump on what Daniel's saying because he's my boy as well, and he's always coming up with some great critics. I like him in the chat. But Daniel, you know what it is, mate? It's not the fact that Chelsea are, because he's basically saying that the 130 million is nothing for Lukaku. We should do it. It's not a bad deal. And I just said, well, you're breaking the Premier League record by doing that. What I meant by that is not just by the individual player, and I don't think he's worth more than 110 million euros, but that's my honest opinion, preference, yeah. But he comes to Chelsea not only with a point to prove, which is a little bit of pressure anyway, but with the Premier League transfer record being smashed because Chelsea decided to sign him at 130 million euros, and that's another extra added bit of pressure on top of everything else that's going on. Now, I'm not saying he's going to come and flop. I'm not saying that, but that is a lot of pressure. Do you know what I mean? To put, all right, he's on a 28-year-old, he's experienced, so get onto it. But that's a lot of heat to put on someone, I think, personally. But that's my opinion on
I just want to say, this transfer window is such a brain fuck. 2 days ago at night, I thought we was going to get Haaland in a couple of hours. It's 2 days later, and we're still here.
Yeah.
Then it was
Except that
still
we're not even great with strikers as well. We have problems with strikers for whatever reasons. I don't know why. They just don't. But barring Diego Costa and Didier Drogba, we've struggled. And I'd love Lukaku to come back and bang in goals and do what he's doing in Inter. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's too. I do think it is a lot of money. That's all I think it is. Do you know what I mean? But
it's just so frustrating because we're linked to all these players and we're not a bit like can't.
Especially when you think about obviously Haaland being 175 maybe. We're going to give them 130. Why didn't we just top it up? I don't know, man. I just think we should have just gone out for Haaland. That's what I would have done. But obviously, the wages don't make sense. Maybe it's hard for them to structure it over a 4 or 5 year period. Maybe it's too heavy on the books. I don't know. I think it could be something as stupid as that. At the same time, I think it could personally be Dortmund turning around and being like, no, we won't sell him for any money. We'd rather lose him next year. But at least we know we'll get Champions League football with him. Like, do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, but if the wages were too crazy for Haaland, how are we even going to be in a transfer Messi?
Because that's all we'll be paid, wages.
To be wages, isn't it?
Oh yeah, true.
I think this coming back to Haaland. People keep banging on about he's going to Real Madrid. Look, Spanish football is under a lot of financial constraints. It's being restructured. They're trying to make the money that go to the clubs more equal. There's going to be a long period of austerity in Spanish football before they get anywhere near where they were before. And I don't think they will ever go back to this super wage situation where clubs like, definitely Barcelona and Real Madrid were paying wages to players that they couldn't afford. They've got to be more realistic. So this fantasy of going to Real Madrid doesn't exist. The fantasy, if you want money, is in the English Premier League. And you'll be surprised, a guy like Haaland, if he comes to Chelsea and starts getting success, will not make the same mistake Hazard made.
That's why Real Madrid and Barca and Juventus are still holding out for the Super League. They're done for at least 5 years. They're done for 5 years, man.
I wanted to ask a question. Do you guys think Broja will ever be ever reach his ceiling?
Well, time will tell. Nobody's got a crystal ball, but he certainly has the potential to.
Yeah, because I don't.
You never know.
I think I see him as like a Tammy Abraham. Like he'll have a good start, but I don't think he'll ever reach those heights. To be honest.
Yeah. No.
Well, the thing with strikers and defenders, young ones, that it's such a big responsibility in those roles that they're harder to break through. Yeah. If you ever notice, you could be a defender, make a couple errors, and that's it, lose your spot, and then you'd struggle to score goals as a striker. So they're the hardest ones to come through. So we've gone through so many. So for Broja will need to pull off something great and consistent.
Yeah, and he's going to be us second if striker if Tammy goes, or third striker, depending on what we do moving forward. But I think it's important that we understand that we probably end up buying a striker. We will, if we don't buy a striker, if we really don't buy a striker, then I think it's because we're confident in getting Haaland next year. That's the only thing I can think of. In doing that, you also have to review the targets that are set for Tuchel, right? Because Tuchel will be sitting and saying, well, you wanted me to win Premier Leagues, defend the Champions League, win one of these trophies. You've not given me what I've wanted the whole season. You haven't been able to back me because you promised me you're going to give me Haaland. The thing is, Chelsea, Roman, all of them, they love Tuchel, you know that. And this is the thing. This is why they probably are bending backwards just to try and find a top striker, either a Lukaku or a Haaland, which is who I think Tuchel probably wanted between the two. But if Chelsea deem that Lukaku's too expensive to them, they don't see any real idea of spending 130 million euros if that's what Inter Milan want. And they say, look, we can't get Haaland this year because Dortmund is selling until next year. Then maybe we have to just for it for a year. Someone.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
mad echo.
Mute. That's it. Cheers, mate. Sorry, I couldn't, I couldn't hear anything. Let me know. You know, if it means Chelsea have to go throughout a season without having that number 9 for one season, I'm all up for that, providing that we know 100% that going into next season, Haaland is coming to us, and that will require some sort of what's the word? Some sort of like confirmation that he won't look elsewhere or he won't do this, and that's where I think it becomes hard because he's got Raiola, and Raiola thinks about his pocket all the time. You know what I mean? So,
Well, there's one thing I actually said a few weeks back when there was all these complications about signing him in the first place. I said, why don't we put in a fee? Let's say so he's release clause next year is meant to be what 70-something million, isn't it? So I was saying, why don't Chelsea put in a fee of around 100 million this season, loan him back to Dortmund for the season, and then we know we have our man next season. It makes sense.
Ed, do you not think Chelsea have tried that?
I think if they did, we would have got him, to be honest with you, because they know they're not going to be able to hold him next season. So the fact that if we can give him more money this season, and the fact that they'll still have him this season, I think why wouldn't they accept that?
I think someone's promised them that in January. So I think that's why it doesn't make sense. That's why there's a big question mark why we can pay 130 for Lukaku, and why couldn't we get Haaland with that same money when they're going to lose so much? They're run by shareholders. They couldn't be that stubborn to be like, nah, we're going to make Champions League. They can make Champions League if they reinvest that money in. That's going to be more money than they get from the Champions League, and that's a question mark. So there's a big question mark on a Haaland deal, why it didn't happen, or that's still in the air because anything can happen. But loaning him back, we all know that we needed someone now too. Chelsea as a club know that.
It is more than double. It is, but I think there's more. What's the word? He's my preference, so he was someone that I want anyway. So it's very hard to persuade me to choose Lukaku over Haaland because I see more. I see someone that has a bit of Drogba in him, someone that has a bit of Diego Costa in him. He has a bit of that Zlatan Ibrahimovic way about him. The mentality of the player, in my eyes, suits. He's attributes everything that he brings in terms of the way he plays the game. He suits the Premier League. He needs the Premier League. I think if he stays at Chelsea, he comes to Chelsea. If he goes somewhere else in the Premier League, wherever he goes, he will break records. And this is why I want him to come to us because I think he's that good. I really do think he's that good, and I only think he's going to get better unless something affects him like a serious injury and it wipes him out. Which, hope God forbid, that's never the case. But there's no doubts that Erling Haaland is the top 2 best youngsters in the world at the moment, next to Mbappe. And if your club's got the opportunity to sign a young talent like that and bring him in when he's scoring 41 goals in 41 games, then I would rather do that. That's just my opinion.
So, Jem, can I ask you a question? So, would you be upset if we got Lukaku?
No, I'd never be upset if we got Lukaku. If we got Lukaku, I'd be quite excited still. My preference. This is what I keep saying to people because some people think I don't like Lukaku. My preference is Haaland. If we get Lukaku, I'm still backing him. I'm still happy. Why? Because he will still score goals. He will score goals. Lukaku will score goals. He is better than what he was 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago when he left the Premier League. He is. I watched him in the Euros. There's a lot more to his game. I do have my reservations on him still, and I'm not going to share that with you guys now because I'm not going to be here too long. But I do still have my reservations on his game. But at the end of the day, if he comes to Chelsea for that kind of money, he needs to be doing what he's doing in Inter Milan in the Premier League, and it's exact the same pressure I would put on Haaland if he came to Chelsea. I would expect him to score double digits, maybe 20 to 30 goals in all competitions. That's why I see it.
Yeah, I think that's where I am as well. I would have rathered Haaland. For a couple of weeks, I actually thought we were going to get Haaland. But then Lukaku come out of nowhere, and now we still ain't got both.
Yeah.
We might end up with the best deal. That's how I'm looking at it. It's probably the craziest time. Craziest strikers at the moment.
I know a lot of people use this thing of we don't know how Haaland's going to play in the Premier League. Listen, he will have moments where he has dips in form. Every player in world football has dips. People need to understand that. What I'm just trying to get at is that I think this boy in terms of strikers that are out there at the moment, is up there with the Lewandowskis. He's up there with the Harry Kanes. And look at the age of this boy. He's not even started, and he's still raw. When you think about it, he's still a raw individual, raw talent. You know, like my preference is him. Probably just because of his age, but not also just that. It's just everything that comes with him. His attitude, the way he takes press conferences. Yeah, it's just everything about him. I can't. You know, it's just my preference. You know, and if people want to disagree with me, then that's cool. But that's what I want anyway. I don't disagree. You know, I don't disagree or hate anyone that likes Lukaku. I understand it. That's their preference. You know what I mean? And that's all
I think his mentality is too strong to fail in the Premier League.
Nah, he's not failing. I'm telling you now. That's why I want him, because if we don't get him, what annoys me the most is if we don't get him, and then a Man United go and get him next season, and he joins Sancho, Bruno, and Pogba, you might as well kiss goodbye. I'm telling you all now. Even the Man City get him as well, and they don't get a Kane, and they've got Grealish as well, and everyone else with a De Bruyne. You can kiss it goodbye. I'm telling you, whoever gets him is going to benefit massively, I think, anyway. But anyway, guys, there's still 200 of you here. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to GNA TV. We're nearly at 1,830 subscribers. I want to try and get to as close as 1.9k. There's nearly 200 of you here. Even if 100 of you subscribed, you would take me over that mark. Please smash the like button as well. Guys, is there anything else that you would like to say? Hassan's here. Hassan, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying, man?
Nothing much, man. I mean, I was going to say quite a few bits, really, with the whole resale value. I think, well, to be honest, when have we ever been a selling club, first of all? The only time we sell players is youth players. Look at Ballack, look what age we brought in. We bought Drogba at 26, we got Thiago Silva 35. They don't have resale value. We bring in players to win trophies. At the end of the day,
what do you mean? I'm lost here. You saying we can't sell Haaland if he comes in?
No, I'm saying that we're bringing in players like Ballack, Drogba, etc., not to sell, but to win trophies for us. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get that. No. I get that. 100%. You're right.
Saying that this club is not structured like a Borussia Dortmund and a Leicester City. Like
no, nothing like that. Listen, he would do it Eden Hazard, Hassan. He will do an Eden Hazard. That's what I think. He'll come. He'll probably meant to stay here for 4 years, end up doing it for 5, 6, probably an extra 2 more years. He'll fall in love, because every player that comes to Chelsea, providing that does well and wins things, falls in love with the club. And eventually he'll have his moment where he'll be like, right, I've done everything I need to do. Let me go to Real Madrid or wherever it is that he wants to go. And that's what I mean. Do you know what I mean? That's where you'll make money on him, because he'll still be, 26, 27, 25?
He'll be a lot more valuable.
Exactly. That's my point with that, you know?
But Jem, don't you fear, like, with all these big deals that are happening, potentially Kane, Grealish, and maybe a Haaland, another transfer inflation might happen? Like, players will develop in terms of a Tammy might go from being 40 million to 60, 70 in the next 2 years because of the inflation rate. Because if you understand what I'm saying.
Slightly. Does anyone want to answer that for him? Just because I'm just typing something quickly.
Well, what I would say is, it's like we've got to do stuff in the now. We can't just keep on saying, what about in the future if that happens? He's got to go now, in my opinion. So it doesn't even matter if he wants to go up to 60 million in 2 years.
He's not going to become that good player at Chelsea.
No. I'm saying that our Chelsea looking at it from a business perspective in terms of long term, like the rate that these big deals are going might cause it'll have like a knock-on effect. So with the whole Neymar transfer, the Dembele transfer, the Griezmann, and all that caused a knock-on effect to smaller clubs as well, which led to the modern transfer inflation, if you understand what I'm saying. So my fear is that the rate that these transfers are going, let's say Grealish goes, Kane goes, Haaland goes, and other big players goes as well for high fees, that the knock-on effect will continue and the inflation rate will get to a ridiculous amount where Chelsea will be regularly spending 200 to 300 million on a few players rather than... It's a bit hard to explain it. No, it'll go to that Super League level of... Transfers,
We're
yeah.
just talking about natural inflation, are you?
No, there's natural inflation, and then there's inflation due to transfers like the Neymar, Mbappe, and all that. Inflation will go anyway. In the next 10 years, there's natural and there's unnatural, which is.
Well, we already had inflation, and we haven't seen a Neymar Mbappe deal, but that's probably why every player, Grealish, Kane, Lukaku, have been quoted over 100 mil. I think that's the new price inflation, and it does become what price you put on it. But now with the pandemic, right now,
I feel like that stopped the inflation.
yeah, if you players aren't buying, I mean clubs aren't buying, so when they don't want to lose their players, so they're going to give you a high price, but they also want money too. So I feel like Chelsea in the best. There's only a few clubs that are buying, and every club wants money because of the position they're in. So Chelsea should get the best deal because there's a lot of people selling.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, and that's what's going on now with the pandemic. See, what you're saying is if it kept going in the upward projection that has been going, but now the pandemic stopped it all, right? It slowed it down.
That's what I think.
I just wanted to ask you guys a question real quick.
Go on. We're going to finish.
This might
up
sound a
soon
bit
anyway.
weird. Yeah. But I'm about to buy the Chelsea away shirt right now. What name do I get on the back?
Messi.
Gem.
Gem.
Yeah, GEM. Gem.
Are you the new striker?
I'm the new striker, mate. Yeah, they're signing me. They're signing me tomorrow, actually.
We might as well keep Tammy if that's the case. Let's keep Tammy.
No, I would go. I'm going to get it as well, funny enough, but I'm actually going to get Havertz on the back.
Yeah, that's literally
that's the
what
one
I'm
I'm going for.
James, you should get Christensen.
Yeah.
No, I ain't getting that name nowhere near my body, mate.
Or get Kappa.
Jorginho.
Get Kappa.
No, even worse. I would have Eamon in my back as well. I usually don't have any names in my back. Usually I just get it plain, but I actually fancy getting Havertz. I think Havertz.
Mine's probably either going to be Havertz or Mount, one of them. I don't know. I can't pick.
I would get Mount, but Johnny's just made me not want to get anything to do with Mount anymore.
Well, Mason Mount providing for Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, please make sure you smash that like button. There's still 150 of you guys here. Please subscribe to the channel. We're on our road to 2K as well. We're at 1,830 something. I haven't looked properly at the moment, but yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification button below this stream. That will let you guys know when we go live as well. Great stream. It was a great stream. Let's get this off. I don't know why I still got this up. Just realised. Oh, Fata, what are you eating? Is that German doner, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, bruv. I need to try that. I haven't tried any German doner yet, and I'm Turkish. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, it's good.
Cabbage
yeah.
shit in there?
Sorry, Declared, you say?
Don't they put cabbage in that? Is that a difference?
Yeah. Lots of cabbage.
So what they do? Just put all doner in a box with like rice and cabbage, and you just eat it.
Yeah. Just put chicken or beef or mix.
Looks nice, dude.
Can I have some?
Can I have
Who just slapped a child there?
Just go get Uber. Simple as that.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that child scream in the background? Like, what was that?
I don't know. Sound like a child was getting strangled. So I better.
One minute. I'll just check my basement. 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, like I said, please make sure you smash it. Oh, T Football. Sorry, man. We're just about to finish, my guy. T Talks. All right, do you know what, T Talks? I'll give you 5 minutes, man. Look, there's the link. Come in, mate. There's one more
every
space.
like that's being hit, Messi will come.
Come in. I'll let you come on for 5 minutes, have your say, and then I'm ending it. I've got to shoot. I've got to go. But we are getting back to the season. Which means we will be talking about this Super Cup game on the 11th. So usually I do a pre-match review of that, what we're going to do. We might have a striker by then. We'll talk about formation, styles, how we think Tuchel's going to set up going into the campaign. And then we do the rating shows after the games as well, review shows as well. There's going to be so much for you guys. Come, mate. I've just put the link there. Come in then before I end up ending, my friend. The link is there.
This has
Just
to
click
be
it.
our time for the Super Cup. It has to be.
Just announce Haaland, didn't it, guys? Just announce it. Looks like it's going to be Lukaku, but like I said, I'll back him.
Yeah, me too.
We have to back him, man. Are you all backing Lukaku if he comes, guys?
I'll back anyone that comes and plays in the Chelsea shirt, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Other than Danny Ings.
Bobby, are you backing as well?
Well, of course, I'll back him if he's in a Chelsea shirt. Just feels that we've used this summer to weaken rather than strengthen.
Yeah.
I don't see any strengthening going on here. I don't know, and that's what leaves a bad taste in my mouth and makes me talk about Messi and things. I'm looking for the club to strengthen. Strengthening would have been Haaland.
Especially with the possibilities as well, Bobby.
I know you guys might see Lukaku as a stopgap, but it's better than going from Lukaku and Sandro 4 or 5 years ago to Morata and Zappacosta. I'd rather have Lukaku as the alternative than some dead.
No, I agree. I think unless Chelsea have agreed to wait for Haaland, then I'd say wait. But
I don't think we can wait though.
1 season.
Oh, I don't know.
Get Danny Ings and wait one season.
Would you not wait? Would you not wait for 1 season, guys?
I definitely would. Compared to Lukaku, yeah, I definitely would. If we were spending 130 million, I'd definitely give that a wait.
If we had 100% chance of getting him next season, I'd wait. But if not, then I don't think I would.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the funny thing is, bro, we'd all say we'd wait, but Chelsea as a football club do not wait. They want to win.
That's true.
See, the thing with Haaland is there's no hope. This was our last week, in my opinion, to be able to sign him this summer. After this week was up, but that we have no chance this summer. After this,
I know. Maybe it'll be announced tomorrow, bro, or Saturday or Sunday.
Tomorrow, yeah, let's hope.
The next 2 weeks is going to be crazy, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. If you want my honest opinion, I think it's going to be well done before that. The striker thing, it has to be this week.
Jem, Chelsea are planning to get it done before the Super Cup in the next 2 to 3 days. That's what they said.
But that player can't play. He's not going to play in the Super Cup anyway.
No, he can't.
Well, Lukaku's been training anyway. And
he's been negative anyway so far.
Yeah,
I don't think
Lukaku needs to be announced the next few days for him to get in.
Yeah.
They got 3 days to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that Chelsea's using every situation now. I think maybe there was money thrown at Dortmund. They didn't accept. Now we went for Lukaku. So we showed that we mean business. And now Messi's out there too. And maybe there's a sneaky bid for Kane too. Who knows? And we're just going all around. And someone's going to give in on a deal.
Messi to Chelsea one.
The fear of missing out.
They won't sell to us, mate. Fucking Spurs.
Hey, but if no one's buying, Jeb, if Kane does all that, if Kane does a Diego Costa level or Quarta, what he did to us, right? And there's no buyers, and the Chelsea are the only ones that have bid, and Kane so desperate that they push for it on a desperation.
Levy is the type of guy to say, for example, if another club comes in with the 20 million bid, he'll give it to them. He won't give it to us.
Hey, he might be more scared of having a disgruntled Kane for a season because
he'd go back to Man City and accept the offer. That's what he'd do. He'd never ever sell to us.
Yeah, but 1 season of Kane like that reduces his price so much and ruins their season as well. Look at the coach.
Maybe. Guys,
they'll have to sell Kane this season because they can't jeopardize their other players. Let's say if they can see that they're mistreating Kane in any way, like the likes of Son and all them, what are they going to think? They'll want to leave as well.
Yeah.
Do they can't jeopardize.
Son signed a new contract, so I don't think you saw that. But other players will see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he even if he signed a new contract next season, why would he want to stay at a club that just are going to mistreat their players?
Well, he won't. I mean, the fans won't. I know a lot of Spurs fans already that have turned against him with him trying to force it out and stuff. So we have to see what happens. But guys, thank you very much for tuning into GNA TV. Like I said, please make sure you smash that like button. Let's try and get to 150 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're at 1,825 subscribers. So we're 75 away from hitting 2K. we need your help to get there as well. So please make sure you do that. And yeah, guys, I thank everyone here: Fata, Prime, Jamesy, Declared, Bobby, Romelu, Hassan, Erin, and Euro Expert and that who come on as well. Enjoy yourselves, relax. It's going to be a crazy next couple of days. I've got a feeling. Keep your ears open. Who knows? We might land ourselves a Messi and a Haaland. Good night.
Dream.
Never. Like brand new bitch, oh please, yeah. Brand new whip, no keys, yeah. Get down on knees, yeah, yeah.